Welcome back to Jeffreys Bay. We're still in round 2. Heat number 11 features 2 surfers that grew up surfing on the Gold Coast of Australia, which is the stop number 1 on the Samsung Galaxy Championship Tour. Josh Kerr taking on Jack Freestone. Really high-scoring matchups. And Pete, looks like we're going to get this wave underway for Josh Kerr. Frontside carve. Nice snap quickly off the lip. Full wrapping cutback for Kersey. Jamming one high off the top. And he'll get out of there. Had Freestone quickly on the way behind him, but he's already out.
Beginning of 2016, he did take a win at the Big Wave Tour. So we watch the replay here. Looking loose. I think he's putting a little bit more oomph into his turns. You know, his round 1 heat, bit of a shocker for in his eyes. But nice glassy, clean conditions still. This is reminiscent of a little, like lower trestles almost. You know, it has that kind of little light south wind ruffle. There's that wave we were talking about, a little bigger wave, but just a tinge too deep. And he kicks out to retain priority on the outside, Jack Freestone. But yeah, it almost feels kind of, you know, that California-esque kind of light south wind glass.
I don't really feel like necessarily hitting the lip is like harder, and sometimes it isn't as fun. It doesn't feel as good. So I don't know. To me, it just feels good when you're at J-Bay to catch set waves and do big carves. So yeah, but at the same time, I'm not like I'm not mad at them. You know, I'm not like that's the wrong result. I just want to understand why they score that. You know, and like what, and so that's the answer. But you know, for me going forward, it's I guess mixing it up a little bit more, not doing the same turn maybe. But yeah, it sucks to lose at J-Bay. J-Bay and Fiji is the 2 events I was looking to transform your surfing a little bit or something. So I think it's just good to keep it fresh, keep mixing it up a bit. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, Connor, thanks for catching up with us. Enjoy the rest of your time in South Africa.
Great catch up with Rosie Hodge. Connor Coffin dealing with that rookie year on tour. Some tough losses so far this season. As we catch up to the exchange, Jack Freestone just getting out of that last wave against Josh Kerr. Kersey also getting involved.
And then you have 5 judges that are putting it in there, and it just came out, unfortunately for him, not enough. Take a look here at Freestone's last wave. This wave jamming down the line. Nice connection with the lip. A little different approach than we saw from Josh Kerr, so it'll be interesting to see the contrast in scores here. Longer wave for Josh, a little bit bigger, but out in the face. The big carve. You see this one turn he does there, which is unique, is that he goes to the layback and then actually wraps it and brings the arm back forward. Not a lot of surfers do that type of turn. Great work there. Nice mix of float, carve, and snap. There, riding the lip line, and then a good solid finish. That felt good for Josh.
A solid finishing move for Josh Kerr, an 8.83 from the panel.
Then connect with the lip, even though it doesn't feel as good. But that's what he was looking at the whole time. He was just going to carry a bunch of speed. He was going to hold the rail as long as he could. I mean, he got big scores at Bell's for doing that type of work.
Kersey set up top turn to get down the line. Just projecting forward with all of his maneuvers so far. Now end section to go above the lip.
Wow.
Reaching for the stalefish.
He's the guy who does it, though. I mean, of anybody else, you've got him and maybe Kolohe that'll do that in the competition. And you take a look here at the replay. You know what I loved about this wave, too, is that he kept a nice steady pace through the entire wave. And, the little flare, he did it. He saw an opportunity on a smaller wave, and he did get the grab. It's pretty awesome. I mean, it's a very unique grab and not easy. Obviously, skate influence. You'll see, get a good view of it there. He did get a touch. Pretty awesome stuff right there. And I think the judges know how difficult that grab can be, and you hope that they'll be rewarding that. I mean, again, smaller wave on the end, but he had some turns on the outside. I would think that, let's take a look here and see if he actually does get the full grab. Again, that back arm comes and grabs behind. He does get a touch. That's beautiful stuff right there, and it's very technical. We saw this exact maneuver get rewarded pretty highly by the judges. And I think that was what, the Gold Coast they did that?
We've seen it a few times. Yeah, we've seen it on the Goldie.
France, another one.
I've seen Jordy do it in Brazil. Is there a big difference between the vibe with the Australians backing these guys in the lineup?
Yeah, they seem to be a lot more mellow as we see Josh Kerr seems to be up and riding on this one. you can take it away for live action, Joe.
Big carve there for Kersey. Lay back. He looks at it. And then wraps it into the pocket. Looking to better a 6.27. That one's going to kind of run out of steam to the inside. And so he kicks out. We're there on Maui in some heavy conditions, and he absolutely loved it. Kersey up now. Fighting for some speed. Little punch off the top to get down the line. Just looking for something big. Going for the big punt again, but he'll let go.
And try to make things happen every time, and this time I was just like sitting out there and taking the opportunity and trying to make the most of it, and luckily I did. You know, I got 2 good scores, did my job, and made the heat.
And you know, sitting in the lineup, 2 people in the water, can you feel that raw emotion coming from your competitor?
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, I felt like Jeremy was
Getting rewarded with it.
Yeah, he sure did. And this is the replay of that basic mistake, really, by Freestone. First turn, you know, gets the nose stuffed into that rib and goes down, and this is where the paddle battle ensued. Since he did make that mistake and ride the wave previous, and Josh being a little further outside, they gave the priority to Josh.
Josh Kerr coming off a big turn with a great set. Rifling through Jeffreys Bay. Throws down a carve, frames it up vertically. Kersey, layback, hack off the top. A ton of variety with plenty of room on the inside. Beautiful speed, power, and flow. Now looking to finish. Josh goes to the air for the finishing move, controls the slide, and pulls that one off. Right behind him is 2-time world junior champ Jack Freestone, finding a finish, losing the paddle battle, and then got the gem right after it. This is what Freestone did out the back.
So Freestone on having to deal with the whitewater left from Josh Kerr's wave. Not quite big enough to get outside of that line. Some good surfing here, though, by Freestone. And then the finish right here, banks it. So that's going to be his best wave. Probably rivaling the 6.83 right in that same zone. But I feel like this wave here was so well surfed by Josh Kerr. You talk about mixing it up. There's that connection with the lip, and then out in the face, the carve. So there's some variety. Again, connecting with the lip, drifting over the top with a ton of speed. Then the layback snap. So just 4 different types of turns, and then there, another quick snap, and then this. Carve to air combo. So he's showing us variety. He's showing us innovation, speed.
Trying to extend his trip here in South Africa. Meanwhile, Kersey's gonna have a look. Driving hard off the bottom. He'll just throw the tail out. Not a whole lot of room left, so he'll use this as a ride into the beach.
I thought this was going to be a set wave, and it was a mirage.
Look how effortless he can go to the air.
That was classic.
It's a big part of his repertoire. And now coming into the countdown, Freestone trying to give himself a fighting shot to answer back, but he's going to run out of time. This wave does not count. Freestone is going to let off some speed here and go for a full rotation alley-oop off the top. It'll be another 25th for the rookie on tour. And Josh Kerr takes a crucial win for himself to get closer to that requalification mark. An 8.83 and a 9.23. Let's see Kersey keep this up.